Hello, all you positive heads out there. It's so good to be back with all you beautiful reflections of the one source consciousness that creates and animates all things. If you're new to this podcast, of course, we are super happy to have you here, and we just ask that you bring an open mind and heart to your listening experience and to be prepared to explore vantage points that I'm convinced will help shift or solidify your current understanding of the ultimate nature of reality in a way that is extremely empowering. Speaking of exploring powerful perspectives, I'm super excited to announce the release of my very first book, The Golden Key: Modern Alchemy to Unlock Infinite Abundance. If you're ready to alchemize the circumstances in your life so that your abundance expands to an entirely new level in 2021, head over to goldenkey.gift to download the audio or ebook as my gift to you by using the code POSITIVEHEAD.
All right, all you positive heads, welcome one and all. I'm super excited that you have joined me today on yet another beautifully magical day on this amazing planet that we are so privileged to get to call home. And I lately have had the privilege of being able to spend time with my family for the holidays. We typically spend this holiday season with my brother's family in Colorado, and they have two small little ones. Well, not that small anymore, but two under 7. And then I have a little one who is 3 and also an older one who is 18. But this holiday time is so special with these kiddos. And there's been more kiddos around. And so I have just had the privilege of being around such beautiful, loving, joyful, fun energy. Kids are so amazing. When you watch children, you can learn so much, so incredibly much. They just enjoy being. And that is one of the things that we talk about all the time, just being. We came here to just be, and kids have that down. They know how to have fun. They know how to just be. And we could all learn a lot from watching these kiddos. And since I've been watching these kiddos, this book has been coming to mind called All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten. And it's not a book that I've read fully through, but I've read excerpts, and I wanted to share an excerpt of this book with you guys today because I find it so poignant. This book was written by Robert Fulghum in 1990. And here's the little excerpt that I found. All I really need to know I learned in kindergarten. All I really need to know about how to live and what to do and how to be I learned in kindergarten. Wisdom was not at the top of graduate school mountain, but there in the sand pile at Sunday school. These are the things I learned. Share everything. Play fair. Don't hit people. Put things back where you found them. Clean up your own mess. Don't take things that aren't yours. Say sorry when you hurt somebody. Wash your hands before you eat. Flush. Warm cookies and milk are good for you. Live a balanced life. Learn some and think some, and draw and paint and sing and dance and play and work every day some. Take a nap every afternoon. When you go out into the world, watch out for traffic, hold hands, and stick together. Be aware of wonder. Remember the little seed in the styrofoam cup. The roots go down, and the plant goes up, and nobody really knows how or why, but we are all like that. Goldfish and hamsters and white mice and even the little seed in the styrofoam cup, they all die. So do we. And then remember the Dick and Jane books and the first word you learned, the biggest word of all? Look. Everything you need to know is in there somewhere. The golden rule and love and basic sanitation, ecology and politics and equality and sane living. Take any of those items and extrapolate it into your sophisticated adult terms and apply it to your family life or your work or your government or your world, and it holds true and clear and firm. Think what a better world it would be if the whole world, had cookies and milk about 3 o'clock every afternoon, and lay down with our blankies for a nap. Or if all governments had a basic policy to always put things back where they found them and to clean up their own mess. And it is still true, no matter how old you are, when you go out into the world, it is best to hold hands and stick together. And I think that's the biggest lesson of them all, or maybe the most important in my eyes, is holding hands and sticking together, working as a collective, in unison, as one, understanding that what is in one is in the whole, and that when we work together, we are stronger, we are better, and we are so much happier. This is the way that we should all be living our lives, or at least setting the intention to remember to live this way. We all learned these things in kindergarten, yet we grew up to be adults, and the world and all of its intricacies stressed us out and created anxieties and other things for us to think about. And so we got separate from that little child who just loved to have fun and just be. And we forgot what that was like, but we don't have to. We can remember that aspect within ourselves and be it. Be it a little bit every single day. Even just these aspects of sharing everything. How much do we as adults share? Do we really offer sharing of our things, of our time, of anything, really? How often are we sharing with one another? That's a really important thing, sharing with our neighbors. How often nowadays do you go next door and ask for a stick of butter or a cup of sugar or an egg? That used to happen so much back in the day, and it doesn't happen so much anymore. And these are the things that I would love to see come back, this sense of community where we all play fair and no one's hitting one another, right? Putting things back where we found them. Everybody cleaning up their own mess. Wouldn't that be nice, right? There's a lot of mess that needs to be cleaned up. And if we all took accountability for our own mess, there wouldn't be so much mess to clean up. These kindergartners have it straight. They know what to do. Why do we forget when we're adults these simple little concepts? Saying sorry when you hurt somebody. It's harder. It's a lot harder when we are adults and we hurt someone to say sorry. A little kid, it might be hard. It's not super hard. I was just having this discussion with one of my best friends and my sister-in-law that learning these concepts as a child, learning disappointments, learning to be able to handle conflict with your friends or your siblings, it's so much easier when you're young to be able to work things through in a positive and productive way, as opposed to learning them when you are 15 years old, 20 years old, 25 years old. When you can go through these harder things to learn, these little disappointments. So many of us, I know as a parent, I never want my kids to be disappointed. I always want them to be happy. And it's actually really good for kids to have these little disappointments so that they can learn to be strong and know who they are and know how to have a more balanced interaction out in society and to play nice with one another. It's beautiful to see these young ones who have come in. They are so much more evolved than I know my generation was. And each successive generation, I feel like, comes in more and more evolved. These little kids are so kind, so heart-centered, and so full of love, so full of joy. And I want all of us to remember those aspects within ourselves. And maybe that starts with bringing more balance into your life. If you are too focused on work and the daily activities of life and not focusing so much on the fun and the creative aspects of yourself, those childlike aspects that like to play, bring a little balance into your life. Pick something to learn about, to create a process in your mind where you're thinking about something new. Maybe you like to draw or paint. Pick up a new project to draw or paint. Or maybe it's singing and dancing. Each one of us can do that every day, even in the car on the way to work. Singing, at least, maybe a little bit of dancing. I know I dance a little bit in the car when I drive, depending on the song, of course. But singing, absolutely. That is such a feel-good, high-energy thing to do and a wonderful way to bring balance into our lives. Taking a nap after every afternoon, that isn't always so feasible, but what is nice is that there are a lot of corporations that are actually encouraging this activity. I think even Google has like a nap pod that people can go and take a quick 15, 20-minute nap, get a little power nap, and wake up feeling refreshed. Wouldn't it be nice to have some milk and cookies before that too? Just a little nice treat. There's something that one of my teachers, I should say, from naturopathic medical school would always say, eat the cookie. If you really want the cookie and it's such a good treat for you and you really enjoy it, then eat the cookie. It's not going to be harmful for you. But don't eat the cookie if you feel like it's going to be this thing that is calories and sugar and you see all the bad aspects of it, then it's not going to be so great for you to eat. But if you look at it like this fun enjoyment, and that you're giving yourself something that you enjoy and not depriving yourself of something because it's quote unquote bad, then that cookie becomes such a wonderful, energetic enhancement, really, because you're doing something for yourself that you love, that you enjoy, and makes you happy. And there is absolutely nothing wrong with that, as long as you're not eating a whole box of cookies, right? All at once. Have a cookie, have 2 cookies, and enjoy them. That's the biggest thing, enjoyment. We should be enjoying our lives. We should be enjoying our work. Work doesn't feel like work when we enjoy it. And moving forward in our lives, we can create an atmosphere, a life, a work environment that involves doing something that we love, that we are passionate about it. So it doesn't feel like work every day. It feels like fun, and we get to be a kid again. And when you get to be a kid again, that joy and that wonder of the world is there. You can look at everything with brand new eyes, with curiosity, just like that little seed growing in the styrofoam cup. And I love that that analogy is in there because that really is what we all are. We have our roots and we have our stem or our branches or our leaves growing out, experiencing the world, growing towards the light. Every plant grows towards the light. If you ever see a plant grow, you will see it growing towards the sun. And that is exactly what we are doing. Each and every day, we are growing towards the light, just like that little seed, that little plant in the cup. And to look around at the wonder of the world, watching nature grow, planting a garden in your backyard, or even just a little pot of anything, just to watch life grow and to see how it all works, how long it takes. You develop such an appreciation when you care for and water and nurture a plant, a vegetable that you are growing. Everything that we need is all around us all the time. All of our answers are always within us, and all of the answers are also outside of us if we look. Everything is hidden in plain sight. So many of us are just not looking. We kind of walk around with blinders, doing the next task, going to the next thing, what's next, and not being in the moment so much just to stop, look around, and pay attention to what is right in front of us. The answers are always right in front of us. They are always inside of us. But we just need to stop for a moment, take a look, and have that curiosity within us that wants to learn more. Everything we need to know is there. One of the most magical things I think about this world is that we have all been provided everything that we need. We all have exactly what we need. This earth has everything that we need in order to sustain ourselves, to sustain our lives. Each of us individually has everything within us that we need. We have so much guidance and help and inner knowing that is present within all of us, that none of us are ever alone. We are completely provided for and guided all along this journey. And it's there if you stop and take a moment to see it. It is always ever present. And the more we stop to pay attention and look, the more we see it, the more enjoyment we get out of life, the more we can love it, the more we can play and be that child again that can just enjoy and have fun. And we can hold hands together and skip through the fields and live the best life ever, together, in community, in connection, in unity. I love you all so much. I'm going to leave you with a song for today. This is Drum Spider, Desert Dwellers Remix, Our Dream World. Until next time, I love you all.
Also, before we cue up today's song, as a quick reminder, don't forget to download the Golden Key audio or ebook as my free gift to you at goldenkey.gift using the Golden Key code POSITIVEHEAD. And please, if you enjoy my gift, leave a positive review on Amazon so others can unlock their lives with the help of the Golden Key as well.